Welcome to a new edition of Harness Central. I'm Harold Howe, and I'm here at Big Heron Training Center with Bill Cass to talk about luck be with you. I know you horse guys all believe luck plays a big role, and maybe with his name like that, it has something to do with it, but you look like you've got a horse that's a very serious Metro Pace contender after winning the other night at Mohawk 51-3. You agree?
I agree. When we broke him, he was just a great horse and gave us no trouble breaking. And through the winter, he was just pacing like a trooper. You knew he was going to be real. We didn't think he was going to be this real, but he is.
Well, you say that, but I was here freezing my rear end off with you the end of March, and you said he's the best horse you've ever had, and there wasn't anything to dislike about him. Still feel that way?
Oh yes. Like, when we bought him, I bought him because of his breeding and because of his three-quarter brother to American Jewel, who And to get him for $77,000, we were quite surprised. But no, he broke easy. He trained down easy. When you saw him in the winter, he hasn't done anything wrong.
What is it you like best about him when you train him a big mile and he's in full gear?
Listen, when you're training him, you think he's barely moving at all. I took him over to Mohawk and trained him because I trained him here most of the winter. And you get over there, and before you knew it, you were just pacing a half and a jogger in a minute, and you couldn't realize it. The guy behind me would say, "I thought we were going to go a mile and 2:15." Here we went a mile and 2:10 because he just floats over the track. Yeah. And he was green the first couple of starts because I didn't take him over there enough. He was green, but I brought him back twice a week, and then when he got to know the track, he knew where to move on the track. Right. He was.
For the benefit of people who haven't seen him up close, I mean, we've got a bit of footage here, but how do you describe him physically?
Well, listen, if you're looking at a horse that's a real athlete, he's not big and bulldoggy chested. He's just a nice horse. He's built as nice as a 2-year-old you're ever going to see. He's got that streamline about him. He paces well. He doesn't wear boots. He's just the perfect conformation. And he's got good head on his shoulders. He's just everything you want in a 2-year-old.
So what's the game plan over the next couple of weeks?
Well, we're not going to race him this week and get him ready for NASCAR next week. And after that, then it's the Metro limbs and the Metro. And hopefully if he stays sound, with these things, anything can happen. But if he stays sound, he's got the Champlain coming up. He's got a lot of things happening.
And sickness is always a concern.
Sickness, and we've had it here at Big Heron, and I guess everybody has had it, so you got to be scoping them once a week. You got to be doing bloods on them now once a week. These are things when you had cheaper horses you didn't do all the time, but when you get a better horse, you got to be right on top of it. And
John Craig is the owner of the horse, and he spent a lot of money in the game, and maybe this is the one that's come along. But the Metro, I've said it for a long time, it is really such a difficult race to win because it's the closest thing to a flat-out foot race there seems to be. And, history's shown your guy's going to have to find a couple seconds. And you feel he's got it in him?
Well, right now they all got to find a couple of seconds to win that race because you don't know what's coming across the border. But he went in 52 2 weeks ago, and that was the first time we tried him. The other 2 starts were just educating him. And then when Phil moved him last week, I wasn't shocked that he would draw away because there's no end to his air. He just seems to have a lot of go. The further you go, the faster he'll go. So when he gets in a race where they're going these big fractions, it's going to be a new experience for him, but I'll tell you, he can come off a helmet awful fast too. So, we're not worried about anybody right now. If he just stays sound and, stays healthy, I think we're going to be all right.
Good stuff.
It'll be a big thing for me for the Metro.
Bill, good luck in the weeks ahead, and thanks for sharing your thoughts.
Okay, thanks a lot. Thanks for coming out, Harold.
Harold Howe with Bill Cass, giving you the Harness Racing Edge.